think it's taken. Does anybody see anything on the review or chapter test or practice test? Does anybody see anything on here that we definitely need to talk about? Notice little stars, that means calculator. Robert.
Number 6, please. All right, number 2B.
2B. We're going to write the equation of a logistic function. Okay, what is the format? We're going to write the equation of a logistic function. What is the format? What am I shooting for? Y equals? A over 1 plus bc to the x. And look at all the information that's given. Where do we start?
Put 6 in for Y.
No, not first. What do we do first? No, not yet. Limit to growth. Where does that go? That goes up here. You're going to have too many variables, kids, if you don't fill that in. Now we can do what Robert said half of it and Bailey said half of it. Now we're going to do this initial value thing. The initial value is a point. What point is it? You're looking at the same problem I am. The initial value is 0, 6. So in it goes, and c to the 0th is 1. So now I have this little equation to solve. So b is 2. So now I have 18 over 1 plus 2c to the x. I have a value for A and a value for B now. Now I'll plug in my other point, 144/17. I'll go ahead and cross multiply, see what happens. So I'll have 144 plus 288c squared equal to 306. So 288c squared equals 162. And c squared equals 162 over 288, which I'm sure reduces to 9/16. So let's see. Yeah, miraculously. So y equals 18 over 1 plus 2 times 3/4 to the x. All right, Robert?
So when you said like cross multiply, did you just move? Okay.
Anybody else see anything on this paper? Bailey? Y equals 3 to the negative x. What is another way of thinking about 3 to the negative x? 1 over 3 to the x. Growth or decay? Why is it decay? That number is less than 1. Sketch by plotting some points. Well, I have a good idea what it looks like without plotting points, right? But if I want to be a little more accurate, okay, what if x is 0? 1. What if x is 1? What if x is negative 1? How about 2? 1, 9. How about negative 2?
Negative
9. The negative exponent flips it over. So that's probably enough. So let's see what happens. So here's 0, 1. And it was 1, 1/3. And 2, 1, 9. So you can see what's happening here, right, Bailey? Those are getting littler. And then negative 1 was 3. Negative 2 was 9. So there it is. It's the shape we thought it would be. We just plotted some points and made it better.
So, like, you just want us to sketch it, so if we know, like, the general idea.
Okay, if it says sketch, that's fine, but when it says sketch by plotting some points, you need to plot some points.
Okay.
All right, anybody see anything else on this one? And we'll go over last night's. Okay, all right, then let's look at last night's. Some of you left some blank. I don't know if you just ran out of time. Who's lazy? I don't know. But the deal is you gotta try. You can't just skip them. So who had a question about something in last night's? Yeah, review 2. Nothing? Some of them should be real fast. Some of them take some time. Really?
21 is another word problem. I set it up alright, but whenever I count my calculator, I get the wrong answer.
Okay. We actually did that one in class yesterday, so I'm not going to redo it.
Oh, okay.
But I will do the one, there's one on tonight's sheet that is similar to that. Now I'm back to practice test. Number was 11.
Yeah.
It's basically the same numbers. Okay, so what formula would I use to do this? Present value. So I know the present value is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking for the payment, which is R. So the formula says that. So let's see, my interest rate is 0.1899 monthly. And my exponent, I'm making 3 years of monthly payments, so it would be negative 36. So when I type this in, 1 plus 0.1899 divided by 12 equals, raised to the negative 36 equals, 1 minus second answer equals, divided by parentheses, 0.1899 divided by 12 equals, and now I have that number. So I need to divide it over here, 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by second answer. And it looks like the payments are $45.23 a month. So then it says, okay, you're gonna make those monthly payments 36 times. So you're gonna pay a total of this. So if you still typed in there, I'll have to help you after class, okay? Anybody else from last night's sheet? Lily? Which one? 19. This is probably 19 on the sheet, but it's 94 in the book. And it says we have a population of deer. It's given by this equation. What was the initial population of deer? Boys and girls, you cannot look at the equation and tell me. You have to do something. What does it mean, the initial population? How would I find that? Put 0 in for T. I need to know what is the population at time 0. Now, if I put 0 in for T, what's going to happen to this right here?
0, 1.
That's going to become 1, right? So that's going to become 99. My denominator is going to become 100. So there must have been 12 deer to start with. When will there be 1,000 deer? Same equation. When will there be 1,000 deer? What do I do? I put 1,000 in for P. All right, so how do I solve that? Really? Yep. So I'm going to have 1,000 plus 99,000 e to the 0.4 negative.
Subtract over that.
Subtract 1,000. Divide. Uh-oh. Where's my variable? My variable's in that exponent, so I'm going to ln both sides. And what happens when I ln e to the negative 4t? I'm going to type that in on my calculator. I got about 15.5 years. what is the maximum number of deer planned for the park?
1,200.
1,200. Limit to growth. Is that a real life problem, do you think? Do you think there are people worried about that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Think right over there in Fort Bend they're worried about that? Yeah, that's why they have those controlled hunts. Because the herd gets too big. What happens when it gets too big? They starve to death, you have disease.
When you put 1,000 in, you just drop the T. Like when you put it in for P.
That is the variable. That is the variable. P of 1,000 is like Y.
Okay.
Okay, your homework for Monday is practice test 1. Your homework for Tuesday will be practice test 2. So certainly you may do those over your vacation if you want. I really need you though not to rush home tonight and get all your math homework done tonight and then not look at it again for 5 days. That just would not be good. What would be ideal is if you did 2 or 3 problems every day. Because waiting till Sunday night probably isn't ideal either. Because you got to remember all this on Tuesday. The timing stinks, but it is what it is. So maybe a couple problems every day. That would be great. Just to keep it fresh. Okay? We got a few minutes to get started.